I was catching up with a friend recently, and he asked me, what's the future of data annotation? Is it basically obsolete now because of LLMs? Well, there are a few perspectives on this, and I wanted to share what I've been seeing on the front lines. First of all, it's true. There are a lot of automations that are increasingly being employed for NLP labeling, and that makes sense. You shouldn't have to label things like Seattle and Starbucks. We already know what those things are. Off-the-shelf models, LLMs can already identify points of interest, names of people. But the data scientists that we're working with, they're increasingly working on more advanced AI models, the next level. And that requires a deeper level of human nuance, perhaps domain expertise, even different language understanding. And so for these new types of models, there still needs to be data to be inputted into those models. LLMs can absolutely help, and they can be very productive at answering a lot of these questions. But it's still going to require a human in the loop to review and validate those answers before you want to feed them in as ground truth for your models. On the LLM front, we've talked on this channel before about LLM distillation. I think that as we productionize more and more of these models, we're actually going to see more examples of LLM distillation as well, creating cheaper and more efficient NLP models. And those models will continue requiring that annotated data. And last but not least, the LLM models themselves. There's fine-tuning, there's RLHF. LLM ops is still very much still in its infancy, but people are trying to figure out what the best practices are around this. And I think it's going to be an increasingly important part of the cycle of training and improving our LLM models themselves. And so with all of this, I do think that annotation will shift and change, but it's definitely not going away entirely. I think as long as we're teaching computers about human society, we'll need to be training them on various aspects of how humans view data for years to come. If you're seeing something different out there, let me know.